Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you today? How's everybody doing out there? I want to welcome everyone. Thank you so very much for being here. Let's see. I think I've got a couple reminders. Yeah. John here. John BYOB. Open house Friday tomorrow. So if anyone is interested, um, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 8 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's Friday, tomorrow, February 21st. Okay. So, hey, look, some folks may not be interested in day trading, but he certainly knows how to look at a chart, and you can take a lot of what he does and move it into swing trading or maybe a little, overnight stuff, that kind of thing. But if you are interested in watching how he dials in a chart, mostly 10-minute chart. Um, I know John's killing it, and members over there are killing it as well. So, um, what Rickster? John rocks green, takes out red. Yeah, that's a good little strategy he has, isn't it? So anyway, open house tomorrow. This is open to everybody, free to the public and everything. Okay. What else do we have? Let's remind everybody that I go live here every morning in the members room, in the free trading room, on X and on YouTube at 8:45 Eastern till about 10 after. We'll be live here. So if you're not doing anything, join in. With that, let's get going. Make sure I turn the right thing off here. There we go. All right, I've got PLTR up here, and PLTR is why is my phone ringing? Nope. PLTR gap down. Poor earnings jumped down yesterday. Congratulations to anybody that was short on this. I drew a line from this top here down to the lows here of January, I guess it is. And the 50% retracement area is about right here. So what I'm kind of thinking of is, first of all, let's not get too excited maybe about getting into PLTR long right now. I know there's some people might be interested in that. I've already got little updates this morning. And what I would do is let today settle down a little bit, jumping in at some super duper price, if that's the super duper price, may not be the best thing to do. Let it wiggle around a little bit, let it dance, let it feel the fire, the heat. Anyway, we may see a little continuation right down here to the that 50% retracement line. Bear with me for a second. I forgot to start my crayon markers up, and I'm doing that right now. It won't take but a sec. I think I can still talk a little bit when it's maybe. There we go. Hard part's over now. So we may slide up a little bit here, and but then watch it start to pull back a little bit, that 50% retracement level. And I think maybe a good trade on this is, once it breaks through here, we have a good chance of getting down to that 50 period moving average. Then that's where PLTR might be a really, really good trade. So as a team here, as a group here, let's keep our eyes on it. We'll keep watch on this. I think PLTR is still a very, very good chart. Timing is not good right now, so let's keep an eye on that. Okay. Walmart, that's not it. There we go. Walmart had some pretty, well, I guess the earnings were good. They beat on top line, bottom line. Maybe it's the outlook. Here we are, pre-market, sitting about that 50 period moving average. So let's keep an eye on that one. I've got that marked on live trading alerts, so it'll alert me, if we start buying. That would be a great place to be a buyer, providing the timing is right. Timing will be right, not by guessing, but when we start seeing those bulls start stepping in, those bullish candles start stepping in. Okay. Yeah, Walmart mentioned, the T word, the tariff word. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem with a lot of folks. Good son, you're absolutely right. So we're going to have to watch that. But still, Walmart is big enough. I think they can overcome things like this. Timing is the key. Don't jump in just because it's on the 50. Timing, timing. That's important. Apple. I'm still up on Apple. What was it? Still holding at 37.5% right now. And I think Apple still moves up a little bit. It may pull back a little bit, but as long as the road to wealth trend stays intact, then I'm okay with that. And that would be price above the T line and T line above the trend indicator. That's what I'm going to be looking for. All right, let me turn this on here. Okay, let's take a look at some charts. I've got a few. Where'd they go? Here we are. Well, let's start with Tesla. Tesla's trying to move up here a little bit. Now, I think if you were in the trading room yesterday, you know that I bought TSLL. So I'm long some TSLL, and that's because the 60-minute chart, you can see right here, our trend indicator started turning green, and we started trending up a little bit. And my 60-minute targets, let me adjust those. And I may have to adjust them back because this is set to pre-market time. So you can see how that looks like it might be trying to work out here. And then what'll happen is when it finally, if it finally breaks over those red dots and turns them green, then I'll monitor the daily chart on this TSLL. So we'll see how that works. I'm also still long AMD. That looks like it might be trying to do something this morning, but that's what I said yesterday too. And it just sort of dropped down into a doji here. So let's keep an eye on this, on what today does. Right now, my first target is simply get up to that 50-period moving average on that. Let's see, IBIT, for those interested in a little bit of Bitcoin. I'm still waiting for it to move over 5630 here, and that's where I'm likely to be a buyer over that area. We're going to have to deal with this downtrend line, but that's, I'll take that trade over 5630 any day, and then just watch what it does up there. It's a buy now for the early buyers. We've got a nice little bottom here. Stop could be the T line, could be the low of the previous day. So far, it's trying to build that bottom in here. And to me, when it breaks out over about that 5630, that's when I feel that, okay, the bottom may be behind us. And then we can look for it to move forward there. Thomas there is saying MCK is setting up. Yep, that's not MCK. There we go. Yeah, MCK, that's setting up. Probably need that little breakout right in there. That's what you're wishing for. Certainly is viable in here. We're above the trend indicator. Trend indicator would make a nice stop area. So around that 598.18, maybe just a penny or two below it. But that's looking pretty good. KOS, Thomas, nice. KOS is setting up. Let me flag that one. I like that. Earnings on the 24th, that might be the only flaw in this, and that's a big flaw for me. So chart-wise, though, I love how it's popping up over that 50-period moving average. Low, high, higher low, higher high, working out. Hey, good morning over there, everyone from YouTube and Twitter. Glad to have you here. Let's take a look at a couple over there. United. Yeah, United coming off the 50 here. Nice tail on this hammer candle here. Good follow through after the Hiromi. I say good follow through with a little bit of a doji and then up. So right now, United might be looking pretty good. I think we need to work on that whole breakout area right there. But around that 50 might be good with a stop at that 50. That would be kind of important. What else do we have here? Good morning, everybody. PLTR, Stocknut, you got spanked in PLTR. Yeah, a lot of folks did, I think, too. I know a few folks that shorted it and they did okay with it. SMCI. Good morning, Terry. SMCI. Whoops, why is that not coming up? SMCI there. Yeah, you pulled off some yesterday. Way to go. You pulled it off around 64.85. Nice. A little toppy here. It may kind of wiggle around a little bit, but I think it'll be a buy again. We just need to wait for that timing, that setup. That'll be important on that. Okay. Um, Wolf. Let's take a look at Wolf. Wolf is popping up over the 50 period moving average here, may become a rounded bottom breakout, and that would put targets up here at the dotted deuce and the 200 period moving average. We probably ought to put a line right through here. Right there would be a good spot. Yeah. So Wolf here, I think what I would be looking for now, one, for the watch list. It's been up too many days to be buying it. So let's watch for a little bit of a rest. As it rests, as long as the rest is not a crashing rest, the T-line and trend indicator will continue to move up. Once those move above that 50 period moving average, you've got a good moving average crossover, creates some momentum, and then we can see if Wolf can move up, make us some money here. Earnings, not till May. I think this is a nice chart to keep an eye on as long as the overall market and the semiconductors stay strong. NVIDIA, there we go, has earnings next week. So what's going to happen here? I mean, this could be the best thing that ever happened to the market on positive earnings, and it could be the worst thing that ever happened to the market. So we're going to have to watch NVIDIA very, very closely. I think for one, as we move into NVIDIA earnings, I might want to lighten up on some positions. It's not worth the risk on what that could do, especially with the small account. It won't affect the larger account that much, but the smaller account it could. So my plan for NVIDIA would be to lighten up just a little bit, so that if something goes wrong, I don't get crushed over there. DQ. We talked about DQ here in the room yesterday toward the end of the day. And for those that own it, I do think there's a few people here in the room that own it. What a beautiful chart. It looks like you're going to move up a little bit today. So far, pre-market looks good anyway. You've got a nice little kind of a J-hook continuation pattern setting up here. Quite nice. Yeah, quite nice. Let's look at the weekly here. The weekly is setting up that rounded bottom breakout. You can see how we popped up over the 50 and we're holding right here. Notice right here, this would have been the start of a rounded bottom breakout as well. But notice how we didn't have the moving average follow through there. We didn't have that crossover. So we ended up coming back. And here, now we're starting to get some moving average crossover. So the momentum might be in there. The only bummer about this chart is earnings is coming up in 7 days. It's still tradable. You can push it up until earnings. But for me, that's kind of a bummer deal. Let's see. Hey, Bal. Glad to have you here, by the way. Thanks. ATEN. Let's look at that. That's setting up nice. Earnings in April. Beautiful. Talking about a perfect picture 3-8 trap here, folks. This is what I would call a perfect picture 3-8 trap. Let me put this down there so I can get to it better. There we go. You can see how that trend indicator is trending up. I'm just going to extend that up. Very, very nice. Here's we dropped down to that 50 period moving average. Big old belt hold turned very hungry in bullish engulf. Man, that engulfed a whole lot of candles over here. Beautiful, beautiful little flag pop out of the box. We popped up again, and now we're sitting here in a 3-8 trap. To me, that looks like it's ready to pop again. That is a beautiful chart. Thank you. I'm flagging that, and I need to write that one down too. I'll write it over here. ATEN. ATEN. Thank you. And let's see. MO. Good morning, yes. MO might be setting up. Yeah. I've been kind of waiting for that one to move over that 53.90 area, and that's going to be the 50% retracement of this high over here and this low. Once we do that 50% retracement it won't be resistance anymore like you see it being. It will become a supporting area. So Certainly buyable right in here. Uh, Trend indicator is up. So as long as we stay above that trend indicator, I think we're doing pretty good with it. So definitely buyable in here. Want to be out if it gets below. Looking for that breakout on that one. So nice chart. Thanks for bringing it here. Hood. What's Hood up to? Hood may be trying to move up higher. You see the trend line is working. I would have to see a little bit more love in there, but a nice 3-8 trap for sure. We've got this with Hood. Here's what I'm seeing with Hood. Okay, I see this tall wick here, and I see this ugly little candle here, and I see this follow through. So I'm not sure this is going to be the buy area today. We're going to need to see how this winds up and what it does. If we can do something like that and take out yesterday's candle, that may get us going. But we still may see a little bit more of a pullback here on Hood. Like I say, this ugly candle here, this ugly wick, and then this ugly bearish candle here just makes me a little bit nervous about playing with Hood up at the top end like this. QRVO, Mr. Rickster, setting up, coming off the 50-period moving average here. I like that. Let's flag that one. There we go. Turn that trend indicator green, and we could have something on that one. Yes, sir. Yeah, I like that one. Thank you very much. Hey, Ines, how are you? How about SEDG? SEDG. Still pulling back. We don't have the buy signal yet. So, let it calm down. Remember, one of the most important things about trading is not guessing. It's like, okay, today's the buy. Well, it's not the buy based on that candle, because charts outside of gaps, they just don't move vertically. So here we had that vertical gap, and now we're coming down. So for this to become a long buy, it's going to have to put in a bottom. So there's no sense in trying to guess where you think the bottom is. So the thing to do is, and I'm just going to make some stuff up here because I don't know what it's going to look like. So let's say we do something like that. We throw a hammer in there. That's not the buy. The buy is when we move up over that hammer. Let's say we just put some candles in there, and we just kind of do nothing, maybe like this. Well, we may now have to look for something like a low, higher low. We might have to wait for that higher high. Allow the chart to work so you can get a clear picture of what it is you're trading. Okay, very important. Why I bought 3 over 8 MA and a big gap fill. You're going to have to put a ticker symbol in there, Terry. Oh, I see Microsoft. You bought some. There we go. Microsoft. Yesterday, I'm guessing not from you. Yeah, let's see. I guess Terry, you got me confused. Put it all in one sentence if you would. Is that Microsoft you're talking about? Would appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. BITO Alexander. Yeah. BITO shares. That's what I'm looking at, IBIT, but this would work just as well. Our trend indicator turns green, and that's where I'll be interested in that. Okay. You're looking at the hourly chart. Here, let me turn real time off here for a second. An hourly chart may be working out. Yeah, it's starting. So let's do this. Let's get over this high. Now let's go back to the daily. No, yeah, like I say, it could be starting. Get in early on that early 60-minute chart. That might work out. Nugget here. Nugget may be trying to pop up, especially if we break out. We break out, then we might have something going here. Okay. Yeah. Nice little rounded bottom here. Could be putting, get that cup, could be putting in that handle right in here as well. All righty. Let's see, what is the scanner doing here? TXN is up. Probably could probably not the best of charts here. HLF. HLF may be popping up. Here we're coming up over the 50 period moving average. Let it calm down a little bit, and that could turn out to be a pretty nice trade. Earnings in a few days, so not so interested in that. A-firm, there we go. A-firm may be setting up here. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator. That's working. I still got about $100 target on this one. A-firm right now might be looking good, so I might have to think of some of that A-firm. We already looked at MO. That's popping up on the scanner here. X. We bought some X yesterday. A few people came in on X as well. Nice little bullish engulf. Nice little inside this morning. Looking for X to go to 41.40, then 43 up here, and then we'll monitor from there. PI, anyone see PI network? I see it here. Might be a bottom pick. Yeah, might be a bottom pick here. Right now, moving pretty flat. So, I mean, this may be a very nice support area. Let's see what that thing does. I would like to see some good bullish activity. I don't feel anyone has to always get the cheap price, so I would like to see that move up a little bit. Let's take that real time off for a second, and let's come over here to the hourly chart. And I would want that hourly chart to give me some green bars. So hourly chart's going to have to be over 105, and maybe the T line. I'm just going to go right to the T line. So over the T line on a bullish candle, I could see that. I could see that being traded. I'm going to flag that. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Ines, send me an email if you would. Yeah, send me an email. We can talk about that. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have? UAL. We already looked at that one. UAL. That might be something nice on a breakout here. SMH is. Let me turn that real time back on. There we go. SMH seems to be working out pretty good this morning. That's something the market could use. IYT transports. We went through that trend line. We pulled back. Looks like we might be trying to get through it again. So that trend line is going to be the important thing on the transports to get through. If we could manage to stabilize up there, things might start to look good. The market remains bullish. It's just that simple. Okay. We've got price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator. We're still climbing up. If we take a look at the diamonds here, they're just moving flat, but look at the trend indicator. It's not giving up. The trend is where it's at. Price is where you trade. So the trend is where it's at. Price is what you trade. And until that trend breaks down, I'm still bullish. This pullback here, that's opportunity. That's what we call a PBO, pullback opportunity right there. Trend is still intact. Price is where you trade. Take a look at Qs. Trend is still intact. Trend is still working. Take a look at IWM. Who cares about IWM? IWM is just still milking its sideways move here. I don't know what it's waiting on. But it's, IWM has been behind the curve most of its overall bullish move. It's not done anything fantastic. Look at that weekly chart. It is very, very bullish. It's just, it has its moments in time, and then it just dies. It needs some Geritol or something. But overall, IWM has been quite bullish. Just slow, slow as can be. So let's see. I covered that one. I covered that. Did I cover everything here? Oh, Zim. Take a look at Zim. ZIM might be trying to work out here. Here we've been in this downtrend. Let's do this. There we go. We've been in this downtrend, and here we've started to turn over. Look how we popped up, and now we're putting in some consolidation. This is a great bullish chart setup. Also, too, look how that the trend may be starting to turn here. Let's don't, I guess. See how we're the red, and we might be starting to get a reversal going on here. Now, here it didn't do it. See, that started to reverse, but we didn't get that price follow through. Here, the price, we're not necessarily getting big follow through, but the price is holding through here. And you can see that with the price action right there. So, and then we'll go back there and let's go to the hourly chart. Look how that hourly chart has really changed. See that big downtrend? And now see how that hourly chart has changed. So Zim might be a player here. GSK. I still like GSK. Let's get rid of all that. There we go. GSK. Look at that long. See how long those red dots are? Now we're getting that trend reversal, that downtrend reversal. We're in a rounded bottom breakout right now. Take a look at that on the dark chart. That's a good looking chart to me. Nice downtrend, and that's starting to work right in there. So, yeah, GSK is a nice one. And I think I did all those. Let's take a look at CELG. CELG. Whoops, that's not it. CELG. CELH, excuse me, CELH. I can only see out of one eye, half blind on the other one, okay? So CELH is starting to come up. I don't feel the love for it, not yet. It's not my kind of trade, not yet. We're so close to that 50. Let's get over that 50 period moving average. You can see that downtrend is still pretty much intact right there. Pretty much intact. And we need to see a little more, a little more oomph. And everybody has their little way of trading, okay? There are traders that, like this right here, this is all you trade. Boom, you get excited, you're all done. Maybe you made your money, you lose your money, whatever that's your thing. Okay. Why doesn't that disappear? There we go. Well, now that we've moved up into all this, that looks great. That's watch list material for me. I see the potential of up here. But what we need to have is price to go ahead and break out. And I guarantee you it will pull back. And then we can start looking for those buying shoots that come in there. And now we've got ourselves a trade. So, earnings on the 20th, if earnings blow it out, that's perfectly fine. I guarantee it's going to pull back. All stocks do that. Stocks are like rocks. Go outside, throw one in the air, it will come back down. Okay. So, it could be a big winner, but right now it's just at that early stage of teasing you on that. So, but let's keep a close eye on that. All right. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Rick at ricksadler.com. And ask here, I'm gonna type it right in here. Rick at ricksadler.com. There you go. Send me an email there. We'll talk about that. NVO. And anyone else that's here, the answer is yes, but we'll talk about it via email. NVO, what do we have here? What is your question on this? Why long? Yeah, why? I don't know why we would want to be long this. It's still in a downtrend. Maybe you see the gap, and that's it, kind of making your feet a little tappy. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I don't have the right ticker symbol. NVO long. Yeah, that's a big negatory there. Not for me. So maybe you're looking at that double bottom. Maybe you're looking at that gap up. I'm looking at those red dots that say no, no. Let those dots get green, and then we can talk about it. Look, today this thing may rocket ship. It might take off. I don't know. But I, I I always think it's better to trade when the trend is intact, not hoping that the trend is going to start up. That works out from time to time, but by and large, traders end up not staying in trading because more times than not, it doesn't work out. So, yeah, the double bottom is not a reason to buy. It might be something you add to your list of reasons, but it is not the main reason. Never is, never was, and never is, and never will be. Price action is what you want to look at. And I don't see the price action. Trend is what you want, and I don't see the trend. Even if we come over here 60-minute, we've moved up a lot, but look, all this over here, the daily just looks so sad right now that I couldn't see that as a trade. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. Thank you. Don't mean to beat you up on it, but I don't want you to lose money either. Okay. Hello, good son. You're taking a look at Dave. Let's look at Dave. I have to watch. Oh, hey, I'm almost over time here. Dave might be setting up. I think Dave needs to clear that top, and then Dave might be setting up. Yeah. So we'll watch that. Looking good here. So if we get that breakout, we're on the money. Let's flag that one. Okay. Thanks. All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so very much for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. Please remember, we go live at 8:45 a.m. Every morning. And also, please remember that John, where is John? There we go. John has an open house tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. You do have to register. If you go into my social X, what else is there? Facebook. I've already posted the registration link there. So go register for his open house. Go on in tomorrow. You'll be happy. You will. Pretty interesting the way he does things. All right. Thank you, everybody. You guys all take care. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour when the market opens up. Okay. Thank you.